if my state is low, what the fuck can I do to change it? It's a very timely question because I got 4 hours of sleep last night. So I need to fucking answer this question for myself as well. I figured, fuck it, let's record a training on the spot. So the question here is, I started being social, but I couldn't get past the warm up, kept opening, but it didn't feel right. I wasn't connecting like I usually do, stuck in a serious vibe instead of playful. I also didn't feel much attraction, which killed my desire to engage. I still hit my goals, but there was no spark. Ever had that? How do you switch into a more playful state? Let's talk about it. How do you switch in a more playful state? I'm going to guide you through it and we're going to do it together. The first thing to understand is what even is state. State just means your mental and emotional state of mind. How are you feeling? How are you thinking? How are you relating to the world in this moment? And there's three components of state: your body, your focus, and your meaning. Your body. The fastest way to make changes to your state is by changing your physiology. They did an insane study at the University of Cal Berkeley back in the 80s where they took clinically depressed people who were on meds doing various shit, and they wanted to see if they could do a non-medical intervention to make them feel better. And all they did was, for a week, they would stand in front of a mirror. They were forced to hold the biggest smile they could possibly make and dance. And they had to do that for 20 minutes straight while looking at themselves in the eyes. 20 minutes is a long time to smile and dance. And you know what they found? After doing that for 7 days straight, every single person had a measurable improvement in their depression, and some of them were no longer met the threshold for being considered clinically depressed. That is insane. It's so simple, it feels like it shouldn't work, but it does. So that's the first lever we're going to pull, is your body. Fastest way to make it to change your psychology is change your physiology. It's hard to be sad when you're smiling and dancing around. The second thing is your focus. There are constantly many truths swirling around at once. It is true that my shirt is black. It is true that I'm in Chicago. It's true that I used to have social anxiety and feel really shitty about myself. It's also true that I've conquered many hard things in my life and I have the capacity to be brave. I just listed 4 truths. The first 2 aren't even relevant. The thing about my shirt and my city doesn't fucking matter. The second 2 are relevant, but they're very different. One is positive, empowering. One is negative, disempowering. If I walk around spending all my time focusing on the shitty fact, which is that I used to have social anxiety and feel really bad about myself, how do you think I'm likely to feel? How's my state going to be? Obviously, it's going to be low because my focus is on the negative. This is not rocket science, but we can all relate to this. It's like most of us spend all our time focusing on what we don't like, what frustrates us, what scares us, and very little time focusing on what we got going for us, what we want, what we're moving towards. And so if instead I spend my time and my attention focused on the positive truth, which is, yeah, I have these negative things and I'm powerful, I'm capable, I have a track record of doing hard things in the past, I am brave, then I'm going to feel much better. So that's our lever number 2, is shifting our focus. And then number 3 is our meaning. We don't react to things, we react to what our brain makes those things mean to us. Here's an example. One person is confident, one person is not confident. The not confident person sees a girl looking at him and he says, oh shit, fuck, do I smell bad? Am I looking ridiculous? Like, is she making fun of me? He is seeing the fact of her looking at him through the lens of his low confidence and assigning the meaning to that fact that, oh, there must be something wrong with me. Now let's take the confident person. This person believes in himself. He believes that girls like him. He sees the exact same fact. He's focused on the exact same thing of the girl liking him, but his brain assigns it a completely different meaning. How does the confident guy interpret it? He says, oh, look at that. She likes me. And he probably walks over and says hi. Same event, completely different meaning, filtered through the lens of our belief system. So the third lever that we have to shift our state is to change our meanings. You do all 3 at once. You shift your physiology, you shift your focus, and you shift your meanings. Bam. That's how you snap into a more empowering state. There's many ways to do this. There's no magic to my routine, but I'm just going to give you a very concrete step-by-step routine so that you have something to follow. Get up, get out of your chair. Let's start moving our bodies around, and we're going to do this together right now. So the first thing is a 3-part warm-up, and that starts with our physiology. Let's start changing our body, moving around, start jumping. Emotion comes from motion. It's very hard to feel down when you're dancing around and being goofy and smiling. You got to get yourself out of that logic mode where everything's a fucking big deal and you're taking yourself super seriously and into play. And that starts with a decision to stop taking yourself seriously and start playing. So I'm going to smile. I'm going to jump around. Woo! I'm going to shout, yes, let's go. I'm going to clap my hands so I can say some dorky shit, pump yourself up in the mirror. Hey, I got this. Come on. Now, you can do this very effectively in your home before you go out, or if you're like the guy who wrote that comment and you're already out, bro, there's no rule saying you can't go in the bathroom and fucking do this. Yeah, it'll be a little embarrassing, but to be honest, that's a great social challenge to give yourself. Yeah, I challenge myself to fucking do my pump up routine in public. Let's scare my brain a little bit and show my brain that it's no big deal. It doesn't fucking matter if people judge me. This is about me giving this gift to myself and gearing myself up to do something important. There's also no rule that you can't just leave the fucking bar. They usually give you a stamp on your wrist so you can re-enter without waiting in the line again. Just run a block away where no one in the bar will see you and fucking do this, right? Stop putting limits on what's possible. Most of the cages that we exist in only exist in our own mind. So don't think you can't do this while you're out. You absolutely can, and I have many times. All right, now we're pumped up. We're feeling better. Now, part 2 is gratitudes. This we started with the bottom of the pyramid, shifting our physiology. Now let's shift our focus. No more focusing on what's pissing you off, what's going wrong. Let's start focusing on what we want, what we're grateful for, what we're good at. And I like to to thank God or the universe. You can structure this however you want, but we're just going to practice shouting out with emotion things that we're happy about. God, thank you so much for the opportunity to fucking help guys this morning and show people how to get in a better state and give them real tools that they can use to have better lives, get more girls, feel better about themselves, create relationships. Woo! Let's go. God, thank you for that 4 hours of sleep I had last night. It's more than 3. It's more than 2. Some people didn't sleep at all last night because they're getting bombed. That's real shit. Woo! God, thank you so much for this awesome apartment. The opportunity to experience natural light on my face in the morning and sleep in a comfortable bed and eat good food. I'm very lucky to have the foundation in my life to be able to invest in myself and do things that matter. And you can keep going. You can do as many as you fucking want. And then finally, the affirmations. We're going to shift our meanings. Give ourselves the truths to live by. Just like back in the Alchemy of Self, you made those truths to live by. Remind yourself of the principles, the mantras that you want to guide your meanings. All right, man. Every day in every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger. Every day in every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger. Every day in every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger. Every day in every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger. I have everything I need within me right now. Woo! I have everything I need within me right now. I have everything I need within me right now. Woo! I have everything I need within me right now. Fuck the result. 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 All right. If you have any drop of human blood in you, you're going to be feeling better than you did before. Is it a 100% like 0 to 100? No, of course not. But it's a nudge, and it's a good nudge. And sometimes a little nudge is all you need to get over the edge. Now, you don't stop there, though. You're pumped up. You're in a better state. Now you got to immediately take action while you're in a good state. If you wait for the motivation to go down, you're going to be right where you were when you started. So this is very important. Once you get yourself in state, you got to go immediately. Get back in the bar and do something that scares you. Talk to the hottest fucking girl at the bar. Go try to get rejected. Be a fucking dork. Drop your, cool kid, like high value frame for a second and just like make some friends. Be honest with some people. Put yourself out there. Be vulnerable. Make a fucking fool out of yourself. Play. Show your brain it's no big deal. Go for a girl that you think there's no way would possibly like you, or a situation that you think is impossible, like a fucking group of like 20 who's all like pissed drunk and super distracted. Go fucking approach them and try to make friends with everybody. Like, give yourself a moonshot. That's a great way to snap into a good state. And if we go back to our question that inspired this whole thing, I was stuck in a serious vibe instead of being playful. I also didn't feel much attraction, which killed my desire to engage. I guarantee you there's at least one attractive girl in there, bro. And if there's not, I mean, you should switch bars. The point of going out is to do this if this is your mission. But assuming there's an attractive girl in there, bro, go fucking talk to her. Find the girl that actually scares you and fucking do it. I used to tell myself when I was in a bad mood, the best cure for a bad mood is an act of courage. You can go the whole day feeling shitty and then do one brave thing and it changes the entire color of the day. Like I could have been down and pissed off from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then I go out and I rip an approach that I didn't think I could do. And all of a sudden I had a great day. I don't even remember that the majority of the hours of the day were shitty. I go to sleep with a fucking like glow. I go to sleep looking back very positively on the entire day. So one act of courage can completely change the color through which you see that day when you go to bed. And then another thing I really like is the truth rule. You're only allowed to be direct and honest. Sometimes when you start learning game and strategies, we get it in our head that we have to always be, the cool guy. We have to be more subtle. We can't just go straight in and just, tell her how we feel. We got to always be coming from this high value frame. And that can put us in our head a lot. It can make us feel a lot of pressure on ourselves to like live up to this version of ourselves that we've created or project this image that we think we need to project in order to be attractive. So for one rep, bro, just drop all that. Fuck, I'm just dorky old me. Hey, excuse me, this is like so random, but I saw you from across the bar and I had to meet you. And if she rejects you, great. If she doesn't reject you, great. But either way, you're doing something that scares you. You're dropping all your fucking strategies, which are really just coping mechanisms because you're afraid of rejection. And you're fucking practicing being vulnerable. If that doesn't scare you into a better state, then I don't know what will. Hope this was helpful. Put it into action immediately. You don't even have to be going out to approach women. Like I just did it for myself here because I was in a low state and I wanted to have a better day. So give this gift to yourself right the fuck now. Take action immediately. Get yourself in state and let's win.